na mzee amehagiwa na ameenda, and you are meeting that girl, you know what I'm saying.
You can imagine it is the father. Oh, and you're saying this is not the same man. This is not
the police that
the
I saw.
only one.
This is not the man with Haria. This is another man. She threatened me twice and told me.
Wow, she even threatened you.
Going through all the things that I had gone through, then the girl died.
So, hello good people. Welcome to Sound Breeze TV. This is Maggie Show. I'm Margaret Mudhoni. Welcome to Sound Breeze. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram at Sound Breeze TV. So follow us and hit the subscription button. So today we have a guest with us in the studio. And so let him introduce himself.
Thank you. I'm Emmanuel Kimani from Gatudo North. Emmanuel is a student from St. Paul's University pursuing psychology. Yeah.
Okay, so Manuel, as you have said, Emmanuel, you have a breakup story. Here we talk about grief, people who are heartbroken. So if you have a story there behind the camera, so please, you can talk to us on the email. You can talk to us on the comment section. We will follow up on that story. But here today we have our guest. We are listening to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you have a breakup story. Is it a relationship or what is it?
It is a relationship.
Oh, it is a relationship. How many relationships have you been into so far?
Let me say there are three of them, but one was the most painful one.
Oh, you were heartbroken by a lady?
Yeah.
Okay. Out here we think that the ladies are the most heartbroken, but today we have a gentleman, and that's good to know. So this relationship that you were really hurt, it was number?
It was the first relationship, actually.
What? The first?
The first relationship. Actually, when I left from 4 and I started dating, that is when I knew what is dating.
You started dating after Form 4?
Yeah, after Form 4. That is when I come to know this girl.
Okay, that's a good thing. So because there are people who date in high school, everywhere, it was your first love. Actually, people say that you can never forget your first love. So we are here to listen about your first love. So where did you meet this girl?
Okay, we met in a college. After Form 4, I was enrolled in NYS.
Oh, okay.
At Gilgil. That is where we came to know each other. We started our relationship there. After the 6 months of training, that is when the dating started.
Oh, okay. So you had gone to NYS, you trained.
Yeah.
You knew her before the training, Ama?
Yeah, I knew her before the training because she was at St. Francis Girls Mango. That is where she was in her high school level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you knew her during the training and before?
Yeah.
And then what went on?
Okay, we started dating this. She was a cute girl, and it was my first time to be told that I love you.
Oh, wow.
The three words I love you, they used to mean world to me. They used to mean world. You know what I'm saying, Maggie?
Yes.
Meaning world, it's because it is the first time I just came out of my Form 4. That is my A-level certificate.
Okay.
And I found a girl. She was good, and she was telling me, "I love you."
And she's in NYS.
In NYS.
You know NYS is for those iron ladies.
Yeah, and she's telling you that I love you. We started dating 2017, December. That was my first time I slept outside our home.
Wow.
Because she had taken me for a date.
Wow, you were actually taken on a date?
Yeah.
Ladies, you take people on dates,
Yeah, she had taken me for a date.
And you were on the same level or she was richer or something?
No. She was from that family. You know those families, eh?
Oh, a cool kid.
Yeah, she was actually she was a cool kid.
Wow.
So she had taken me for a dinner. We can call it a dinner.
Well, that's a good thing because me personally and dinners, taking men to dinners, but you were taken for a dinner, meaning she liked you.
Yeah. Maybe. In Tolito. Tolito, it's in Kiambu. That is why we had gone. A plate of food It cost for 2,400.
Wow.
And she paid.
Uh-huh.
So as far as she did bad thing to me, she was the best thing that I had.
She's the best that
She was the
treated you
best.
so far.
She was the best that I had.
Oh, she was, sorry.
Because if you say she is the best, you'll blink quarrels.
Hey, okay, madam, okay.
Yeah.
So she took you on a date and then?
We go. The worst thing with that girl was this.
The phone.
The phone. You couldn't touch her phone. He used to tell me that the phone was made private, and because it was you could put it in a pocket, not necessarily because it was private, but it is because it was put in a pocket or in a sachet. You know the sachet that ladies carry. That was the reason as to why she used to say my phone is private.
Oh, so in your relationship, her phone, but what about yours?
My phone was ours, but her
and
phone
her phone was hers.
Hers.
Wow, that was an iron lady, in fact.
She was. So we started dating. We had to go. I was taught how to swim. You see, it is the first date you have been taken for a trip. We started swimming. After that, I was taken to eat, to walk, being told stories, those stories, you know, the nasty stories. Then it came a time we just slept there for one day. Then the following day, we had to go home.
Okay.
Because she escaped from her house, and I had escaped from my matrimonial home. So I had to go. Yeah, you are not used to those stories. You are not used to eat some foods like that, you know.
But you did it for love.
I did it for love.
And to spend time with your lover.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So we had gone there. After that night, her phone used to be called. Unaona inapigwa na kila mtu. Then she's telling you, I'm coming. A minute, I'm coming. A minute, I'm coming.
She's speaking it from outside.
From outside. And who is that? My mom, my dad, my brother. So for you to understand her, it was very difficult. But because she was my first love to love, I had to follow her regardless of everything that she was doing to me.
Wow, I can imagine the situation. But you know, that's something so common nowadays about phones destroying relationships and everything. So she was telling you it is her whole family that is now calling her. It is dad, it is my brother, it is
my sister. Yeah, it's my cousin.
And how come you believed her?
You know, I can't say it's devil or it's God, but love is blind. Love is camouflage. Saying camouflage means love, you can't explain what is love. You can't touch what is love. And when you love, you know, we men, you have that problem of loving too much. Because if I knew she would do that, I couldn't love her.
Yeah, but you can't do that when knowing so anyway. And we wouldn't be having this day if you knew what she was doing behind your back. So what happened after the phone calls? So
she came, we slept, and she told me that she's not in a good place. So you know what I'm saying, eh? So we slept like brother and sister. The following day we woke up and took a shower. Then we left to our homes.
Okay.
The good thing with her, she gave me 3,000 for fare.
Wow, a lady. She gave you hey, where are these ladies? Please locate me. No, don't locate me.
3,000 for fare. And he did shopping for our family.
Shopping for your family?
Yeah.
Plus 3,000.
3,000 for upkeep.
You were given money for upkeep?
Yeah.
I thought this is a lady's thing. So you have been treated?
She treated me.
Wow.
She treated me.
But she treated you and did not treat you at the same time?
Yeah.
Because you did not receive the other treatment.
So this is the reason I've said that she was like my sister. You see? So she gave me 3,000. You imagine a boy being given 3,000.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot for a lady. She must have been that iron lady I was talking about.
Yeah, she could be the iron lady that you are saying. Then a shopping to my family. Then we resume back to our homes.
Hey, you must have loved her. Because she was paying. Hey, Even shopping and 3,000 on top.
Do you know what?
Uh-huh.
A lady who can shop for you and you have never followed love any other time with another lady, I don't think that you can leave that girl.
Ay, you can't. You shouldn't.
It's a gold, actually.
Yeah,
It was my
sure.
gold. I used to call her my queen. Later long, she is my past tense.
Okay. Okay, so what happened after that?
So I had to go home. You could, the duration of calling her, you could call her between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
She had that time frame for calling.
Time limits for calling her. And if she needs you with her, you must be there. Regardless of what you are going through, what you are doing, she could make you be with her. So we continued dating. And she decided not to continue with NYS, and she left NYS. Then.
But you are still training.
Yeah.
But then.
Yeah, I was still training. Then nikamaliza. Then we started meeting town.
Okay.
You know, from Gatodo to Thika, it's just 50 bob or 100 bob. So I had to go.
Cheap.
We meet her. She was from Juja. So we used to walk and have fun together. Rarely did I know that we were having fun together. At the same time, she was having fun with others.
Others, not one person. It is others. Others, a group.
Yes.
Okay.
My first time I was warned by, it was on 8th April. 3 days to this thing for ladies. What do you call it?
Which one?
February.
February, this Valentine's Day. Okay.
It's the worst thing in my life.
Worst thing? Why? It should be amazing for lovers.
I'm coming there.
Okay.
So it was on 8th February 2018.
You have the details.
She called me. Manu, where are you? Niko nyumbani. That is what I responded. You're supposed to be here within an hour. She's a lady and she's telling me you're supposed to be here within an hour.
But she's paying the bills.
Even if she's paying the bill.
You should be there in an hour to find a lady who is buying you shopping.
Yeah, she has started lowering her everything, even her respect towards me. She started lowering. So she used to be the man. I can say she used to be the man. She's the man in financially, so
no, not she's trying to be the man on the other side.
And God had started blessing me, so I used to have money by then.
Oh, okay.
So she called me, and when I arrived at Thika, immediately I alighted the car, the matatu. I saw her akishuka Haria. So Haria ameshuka matatu. Na mzee amehagiwa na ameenda. And you are meeting that girl. You know what I'm saying?
You can imagine it is the father.
Father? And
yes.
I know the father.
Oh, sorry. So
I know the father. So you couldn't question her. You could ask anything. You just zip up and we go where you are going.
You didn't ask her a question?
Fair course.
Oh, she was the bill. She was paying
the
your
boss.
Bills. So you couldn't ask questions.
If you ask questions, you wouldn't get anything.
But you had money.
Yes, I had money, but it wasn't plenty as she has.
Oh, okay. So you had to kuficha ma whites.
Yeah, unaficha white. Then tukaenda. We went to Bullies Hotel.
Okay.
It's a Thika. We had fun. You know, she taught me how to swim. So I had to swim.
Yeah.
And we ate everything. Then we had to go, and I asked her, who was that? And she told me, kama huna pesa mwanaume, unyamaze.
She's being rude for the first time, or had she been
for the first
rude?
time. So I started questioning myself. The worst thing was so I had to go home because huna pesa. Now I'm waiting for the 3,000 as usual.
You didn't have a conversation after asking her just who is the...
The story had to die.
Okay, you had an argument or you just asked the question, she was rude and then that was it?
You can't argue with your boss.
Okay, I get it.
She was my boss in terms of finance. So you can't argue with her.
So she took you to Bullis. Bullis is
big restaurant.
yeah, it's a big restaurant.
A big restaurant. You eat everything. For me, I can't take myself there, but for now I can take myself there.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't take myself there. So she gave me everything, and she told me, kama huwezani fanya nini, wachane na, ama kama huna pesa mwanaume unyamaze.
So as a man, if you don't have money, shut up.
You shut up. So we worked. The problem was, a Mercedes-Benz KCJ 304P.
In the morning it was a Harrier, now we are talking about a Mercedes.
Benz.
So she was a Baba's kind of girl.
I don't know if she was a Baba's, but it came. It was with my friend, a priest from somewhere, we can't mention.
A priest?
Priest.
Okay.
Kasisi.
And was the priest a priest, a Catholic?
A Catholic.
Those who don't get married.
Those who don't get married. He came and took her. They had to go. I had took my motor. I had took to ride a motor vehicle. Ama a boda. Inifikishe town na Chwani. Ibakishe 29.50 for me to.
For you to go home.
For me to go home.
So she was picked by a priest, a Catholic priest.
Yeah, and I was told, bro, bye tutaongea.
And you confirmed it was not the same man who dropped her?
It was not the same man.
You knew this?
The man who picked her with a Mercedes-Benz, I know him.
Oh, it's a priest you are familiar with?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I was told, bro, tutaongea.
So she's even doing it in front of you now. She's not afraid of what are you going to do and you don't have money.
You have nothing.
Even you want the fare from me.
Yeah. Na umepewa kila kitu, so you just accept and you cope up with the situation.
Oh my God, so sad.
So it was hurting. You love someone and she doesn't love you. So that is when my journey started. The depression journey started. So
were you enticed by her money or did you?
No. Before she didn't have anything, but I didn't know if she had anything because I had not borrowed her anything, but she decided to be giving me money. Na ukipata kupea pesa, utakataa mama?
You just accept.
You accept.
So you were also willing to start with her from a 0 point and grow together.
Yeah, we grew together.
But sadly you found out that
it was not the case.
She was a Baba's kind of girl.
Mbaba.
Even priests.
Priest.
Wow, that's very sad for priests to be doing these kind of things, by the way. Okay, I did not expect. And if it's a priest that you are familiar with, then...
And he'll preach on Sunday, and I'll tell that mass.
Okay. But, okay, do we have to conclude anything out of just picking her?
Yeah, it was not the first time.
It was not the first time?
Because if we couldn't conclude, she couldn't call me bro, tutaonana. Ama tutaongea.
Oh, yeah, I had not heard that. She called you bro in front of the
priest.
Okay.
Babe, I'm here. Let's call.
She referred to him
he is my brother.
As Bay and you.
He is my brother.
And how did the priest react, taking the fact that he knows you?
Pleasure to meet you. He even shook my hand.
Okay, does he know you or?
He don't know me. He don't know me, but I know him.
Oh, okay. You know him as a
in
priest.
a church, in a congregation, you have gone to a church congregation.
Yeah.
You might be knowing priest, but he don't know you.
Yeah, exactly. The congregation is so big, you cannot know everyone.
So
she actually referred to him as babe.
Babe.
And you as bro.
And I shook the hand of the priest, the babe, and they had to go. So
that is so sad. That is
where my journey started. My ailing journey of depression started. Depression is real.
Yeah, depression is real.
And it is affecting the young generation. Not young generation, I was the most affected. Because it is my first love, and we have started with a girl, and she has turned from a girl to a boss, from a boss to a mama.
A mama from Babas.
From Babas, as you can see. So I started asking myself, what have I done? What don't I have? But there is this thing that was not peeping up in my mind, that I don't have money.
Okay, so money was not an issue to you at that time.
It was not an issue. I have someone who is providing everything. What should it be the issue? But I started coming back to my senses. So we used to go, and she started changing. But she said that I've changed. Those were my brothers and sisters, but I've changed. So she took me to her home.
For introduction.
Introduction.
Okay, that's an African kind of cultural practice that you take your woman, or the man takes the woman to their home for introduction. So she took you to introduction?
Yeah, she took me to her mother. He reside here at Juja. So
Okay, it was after that incident of the priest and whoever?
after the priest and the Halia, see wameenda na priest. Na ni babe brought Raonana. That night she called me and apologized.
Apologized for what exactly?
At babe, you know what? I had to do it because he's kind of forcing me. Nikamuuliza, did he force you to ride that car? You yourself, you are just over excited because you have seen Mercedes Benz and you want to go. So
She was actually claiming that the priest forced her into a relationship or into what?
to take her for la not a dinner, lunch.
That's actually an open lie because nobody can force you to take you to lunch or anything.
So
And she called
she
him
apologized
babe.
because you love her. You must forgive her.
Oh, love. So she apologized. Akakwambia ati huyu priest had forced her to go wherever, and you actually went to her home. So what happened next?
You know, for you to win or to be good in a relationship, for me, that was for me because she used to cater for everything that I needed, and she had apologized. And because it was my first love, I could do everything to forgive her.
So did you follow up on this, how the priest was forcing her
No.
or anything?
I told you that her phone was private, and my phone
Was yours?
ours.
The both of you?
The both of us.
Okay.
So I had no choice other than following what she used to say. So that is where my journey of illness started. That is where I realized that there is depression.
But you were still together?
Yeah, we are still together.
And
How
you
could
had
afford
gone to
leave
her home?
Yeah, I was talking to her home, and she told her mom that this is my friend, and she might marry me because we have been together, we have worked together. Mom, Manu did do this and this. He's a good guy, and her parents end up loving me.
So she actually introduced you as a fiancé.
Yeah, I was
at
the
that
fiancé.
point.
Yeah.
But you were facing depression.
Yeah, I was facing a lot. Even the time she was telling her mom that I'm what. I was not happy at all because you know what is cooking aloud at your mind.
Okay.
So that is where I started depression. And depression killed it almost killed me.
And just to take you back a bit, you said that you knew this priest.
Yeah.
Is that something that you know about him, going out, taking girls for dinner and whatever, what?
You know, for priest, I used to see him as a good man and a good preacher.
Okay.
But even if he was preaching, I just remembered the day. He took my fiancé for a dinner, and they did what they did.
Okay,
Because
so
the prate was not the prate as it was.
so we are here. You are facing depression, having been introduced. How was it?
It was hard to cope up with it because you must follow what she is saying. So that is when I started praying and telling God, now God, I need to see your hand. I need to see you, God, helping me to cope up with the situation because Mala, my stomach is aching. Mala, my head is aching. You can't, my eyes was not seeing anything.
Because
from
of
her.
that depression?
Because of depression. So she used to call me to visit me, and to make the matter worse, she was coming to check on me when I was sick. I remember the first time she was brought by a man.
Wow, to check up on you.
Yeah.
So she must have told them, I'm going to check up on my brother.
Yeah, of course. Because the house that I was living, she was the one who had rented for me.
What? She was actually renting a house for you?
Yeah. She's the boss. What will you do? And she has told me, she bought clothes for me, she did everything for me, and she told me, come, you stay here. So I had no otherwise.
So had you moved in together, or what is the case?
No, I was living there.
She had just rented you a place and then you lived there?
Yeah, because she said that she can't come to our home because of, you know, she's from those big families, and you remember, you get to know how my home was. She couldn't come to our home. She told me, I can't come to sleep there. I'll purchase for you everything, you go and stay there. I had no other than going there.
So she was just coming to visit you in your house, which she had rented.
Yeah.
And you are in depression because of whatever that you know.
And you couldn't share with anyone because if she knows, she'll chase you out like a dog.
And actually, it's shameful for a man to
be chased out like a dog.
Yeah, and to be kept by a woman at some point. Yeah.
No, stop using that word, to be kept.
To be? What should I say? For a woman to find for you?
For lovers to stay together, it is bad.
No, it's not wrong for lovers to stay together. It's actually, okay, this thing is in Africa, and it's everywhere. I don't know if it's something good or it's something bad, that a man should be the one who is financially stable in a house. Because for you, if you can't actually go telling people that, oh, my woman is paying my rent, my woman is, you know, it's actually...
It's shameful.
It's
shameful.
It's shameful in Africa,
Not only in Africa, it's shameful for a man to be kept by a woman.
You're actually saying that now?
Yeah, it was by then I was done that. And it was due to poverty. You know, poverty kills everything.
Yeah.
Were it not for poverty, I couldn't have done that.
Okay.
And she's telling you, she had guts to tell me, I can't sleep at your home. Hiyo kitanda siwezi lalia mimi.
And she's the one who bought it?
No, at my home.
Oh, at your home. Because...
She wants you where she wants you to be.
Okay.
So she had to rent for me a new bar and a good house. She was paying 10,000 per month.
Wow.
And remember, she's not employed anywhere. You just tell me where she was getting the money.
There were barbers now coming.
So we walked there for a journey, and then God blessed me. Nikapata kazi. Teaching.
Okay.
My eyes started opening. Before my eyes were opened, I was going a lot.
This depression.
You are crying day and night, you are crying. Yes, you are eating chicken, you are eating everything, but it's full of tears. Because she could come thrice in a night, and ananiambia, my brother is coming, and I don't want him to know that we stay with you. So what you do, you just go home, you come tomorrow.
In the middle of the night?
I remember there was a time she came at 12 a.m. And I had to left.
So you went to your home?
No, I went to balcony to see the brother who is coming.
Oh, you went to the balcony for investigation?
Yeah, for further investigation. So there came in a man. They parked a car there. They entered the house. They forget to close the door. So you know how much you love that girl. Na wameingia and they have slept and they have not slept the door, closed the door, and you have to enter. So nikaingia kwa nyumba. I slept at the bed.
You slept on that bed?
No, on the
couch.
The couch.
They are sharing a bed with a man?
Yeah, and that is our bed with her.
And that is a house she has rented for the both of you
to sleep.
And now she has brought another man.
So they went there and slept, and nikalala kwa kiti. So you imagine what was happening at the bed, and I'm here listening, and you couldn't talk.
Was it a one bedroom? Or?
It was a one bedroom.
But
and remember, this is not the first man to come.
What?
There were several men. This was not the first day, neither the second, nor the last.
So this was her brothel kind of thing?
Yeah. I think that was her work, and I was not aware.
Uh-huh.
So I walked. So she walked out. And she found me sleeping at the coach. She didn't talk to me. She just walked out. Both of them, and they go. They had to leave.
They left you on the couch? Neither the lady or the man talked to you?
No one talked to me.
Uh-huh.
Then they had to go. So the following day she came. She used to apologize.
How did she apologize this time?
But
Taking the fact that you had them.
she said she was drunk.
She was
And because since I was born, I've never taken alcohol.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how drunkard behave. But she told me I was drunk. Kindly forgive me.
No, and you're saying this is not the same man. This is not
The police that
the
I saw.
only one.
This is not the man with Harrier.
Uh-huh.
This is another man with a small car.
With a small car. And now they shared a bed.
A bed.
That you two used to share.
And she forced me to sleep with her at that bed.
She will force you.
Money can buy everything, apart from life. So I used to go. And we
How
sleep.
did she force you to sleep with her?
You don't want to lose a house.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to lose anything. You don't lose money.
So
Remember, you know the situation in your family, and they are calling you. You give them money, and you don't have anything. You can't tell them that you are in town. You are not employed anywhere. You stay at home. You are kept by a woman, not a woman, but a girl of 21 years.
Wow, she was 21?
21 years. I think, yes, 21 years.
With all those men in her life?
With all those men in her life. She was very cute. That is why she opted to have a lot of men.
Okay.
So we walked the journey. Then I started ailing, going to hospital, being given tablets to take. But the problem was me. I always blame myself because if I had accepted who I am and not for that girl, I couldn't have gotten in the depression.
But everyone who has gone through that knows that it's hard. It's actually hard to get out of that comfort zone.
It's hard. I tell you, it's hard. You pay 3,000 in shopping and rent.
And you even have money to send to your family at home.
You have money to send to your family.
But she's here mistreating you just because she's the boss of the house.
Yeah, so you had to keep quiet and you sit down. So it came a time I was employed as a teacher to teach in a certain school in our area. So I had to vacate from that house and leave.
It was far from your home area, so you had to vacate.
Yeah, I had to vacate.
How did she take it?
She was not happy and she was happy at all. She was happy and not happy. She used to tell me in weekends, you just be coming on Friday. We spend time together, then Sunday or Monday, we wake up and you leave to school.
So you wanted to become weekend lovers because you finally found a job.
You found a job. Then after listening to stories of other men, you have new colleagues, you have new people, you have started with new life again. It's another life. So they are talking about their girlfriends, but you can't share with anyone because if you share and she gets, she can kill you because she threatened me twice and told me.
Wow, she even threatened you?
From our village. Wanijue. Utajua mimi ni nani hii Kenya.
What?
So I was living in a life of threat.
Okay.
And because of money, I had to do that. So I kept quiet.
She was still providing for you even when you were teaching?
Yeah, for the first month, you could accept.
Oh, okay.
You could accept.
Yeah.
For you first, you gain something, then you walk out with the money.
Okay, so at that time, you were just with her for the money.
For the money, nothing else. For all time, I slept with her twice.
That time now, it's when you
for the whole dating of 2 years.
For the whole time that you dated, you only slept with her twice?
Twice.
Wow, but she was bringing men
Yeah.
when she claimed that she was drunk.
Yeah. And she used to tell me, I'm virgin, you know, I want to do
A
a wedding.
virgin?
Yeah, I want to do a wedding of church.
And how long did you date her?
2.5 years.
2.5 years, and you only...
Slept with her twice because she was a church girl when it comes to Sunday,
Okay.
but evening she wasn't a church girl.
So she used to go to church on Sundays?
Yeah, and a praise and worshiper.
Wow. So when you talk about praise and worship, then she was not a Catholic?
Yeah, she was not a Catholic. I don't know where they came to know each other with this priest, but you know, kibaya cha juza na kizuri cha tebeza na kibaya cha juu.
Cha juza.
We walked in that journey, and it was a journey full of tears, as I told you earlier. So nimepata kazi, and we have started working. The first month I was paid well. Now I decided to vacate for myself. That was the time I thought, now I need to move out of this girl. But how will I move out of this relationship? I'm getting everything. No, I won't.
Even when you're working, you still don't want to spend your own money.
Yeah, I don't want to spend my own money.
You still want to spend her money.
There is someone somewhere who is giving me money. So I had to keep quiet. Sometimes I convince myself that I can, of which I can't. So
And weren't you scared of the diseases and everything that goes around? Because it's clear that you knew that she had a lot of men. But weren't you scared? Or is it because of the threats?
You know, I was, but I was feeling threats, and I was feering losing money.
Oh, okay.
So I was after money and love. Remember, she was the first girl I loved.
You were the one who loved her.
Yeah, but she didn't love me.
She was only using you for show.
For show off, eh?
Yeah.
To be walking with me, for the villagers to see that I'm dating her. So we walked for like this long journey. Remember, even if I got this job, depression haikuisha.
Okay, so you are still depressed?
I'm depressed and niko na ulcers.
Wow, you even developed ulcers?
Yeah. So
during this time?
During this time, because you are thinking, and what if I can die? And what if she can come with a soldier and they kill you?
Oh, yeah.
And what if they can do this?
I understand.
So I remember it vividly. It was like yesterday she called me and told me, Manu, there is a person who wants to speak to you. He was a lawyer. And he told me, from today, know that she's not your girlfriend, she's my wife, and you should leave her.
You were called, she called you first?
Yeah, and she gave her another man.
Okay.
And told me those words. I leave her, and she told me she can do everything to make sure that, nikamwambia, it's well for me.
So finally, she's the one who is breaking up with you.
We have not broken up.
Wow.
Those are red flags. Those are we call them red flags.
Is that a red flag? Someone telling you that finally don't call this person.
She'll come and apologize, and I'll forgive her.
So you are even expecting the apology?
Yeah, I was expecting.
You hear now, this is my cousin calling you, telling you that.
So she came.
That must have been a hilarious time.
We closed the school, and we had to go for a vacation, for a December vacation.
Okay.
And she told me, I'm taking you for a trip, so that you can forgive me. I know I've been longing you, I've been doing all these things to you, but I need you to forgive me. We had to go to Costa.
Wow, she took you to Mombasa.
Yeah.
All bills covered.
Yeah.
You being the man, she's the one covering the
everything, including this handkerchief of 50 shillings.
But at some point in your life, didn't you feel like she's doing that because she has a right to do that?
And she has money.
And it's because of the money, exactly. That's why she's doing that. Okay, how was the feeling after she apologizing during the trip? How was the trip anyway?
The trip was sweet. It was my first time to be aired on air.
Wow! You actually flew to Mombasa?
Yeah, using a Jumbo jet.
What? How rich was this girl?
Okay, she was rich. I can say she was
A
rich.
jet?
She's dating a higher man. She had another man with the Mercedes. She has a priest. She has another man. And her family, you know the family.
Yeah.
So they were rich. And she's rich.
Yeah.
And because you have seen God coming all the way from heaven, and the money is here, I
You
had
take
to
the
move in.
advantage.
You take the advantage. So we had gone there. I remember that this was the first time that I found myself with STIs.
What? You actually contracted STIs?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she told me, ulitoa wapi? Do you know I can do everything? You want to make me sick? Nikamwambia no.
She actually blamed you
Yeah, she blamed
for
me
the STI.
for the STIs.
And how was she? She had not contracted the disease or?
She had even developed a wound.
Oh, okay. Which disease was this?
I think it's, if it's not gonorrhea, I don't know, but I was told it's STIs. And because you don't have to question, I had to keep quiet.
You did not even question her at a point that you have developed an STI.
So what
You're
you do-
still not questioning her.
You're at Coast Province. This is your first time to be at Mombasa. Now you have difficulties when you are urinating. So I had to tell her to take me to hospital. Yeah? So I behaved
actually
like,
request.
I'm requesting to be taken to hospital. So I thought it is allergies because being the first time to be at Mombasa, I thought it's mosquito that has affected me. So I was taken to hospital. Then the doctor said that both of us should go for a test. And then she said she is scrubbing herself to her private part. So she had to be taken for a good checkup. And she was told she has a lot of wounds. And the reason is why she had a lot of wounds, she's sleeping most with men. She's sleeping most with men.
She's sleeping with many men.
Many men without Blake.
She's actually not giving
And the
herself
doctor
a
is saying
break.
when I'm here. So I started asking God. So I had to tell the doctor we go for a VCT test. And she was good. And she was not with any virus of
Okay,
AIDS.
you are not HIV positive.
Yeah, both of us. So I thank God for that. But yeah, we have STIs, both of us. And she has a lot of wounds in her private part. So now, my ulcers deteriorated. Because you have nothing to take yourself back to home. You have nothing to show up.
You are actually sick.
And you have STIs as a gift.
It's a gift.
Yeah, she has given me. So she walked. We were treated and for a week we were at Coast. Then we had to go back to our home.
So were you given the medication or
We
what
were given
happened?
the medication. And after the medication, we had to go home.
Okay. So did you heal after this or what happened?
Okay, I didn't heal at first.
And you said that your ulcers actually went up at that time.
Yeah, and depression.
So did you actually treat the ulcers?
Okay, I had to make up my mind and to know what I want in life and what I don't want. So I had to leave her.
This was your turning point.
Yeah, I had to leave her. And a serious action that I had to take. So I had to leave her and change my line, change my SIM card, and change everything that belongs to her.
So actually, after even contracting a disease, not even after, she cheated on you, she chased you out of her house, and after even sleeping with a person as you are available, after even contracting the disease, that's when you decided that finally I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. I just made up my mind and said that enough is enough. So I changed my everything, my location, and I stopped teaching.
You stopped teaching?
Yeah, because she knew where I was teaching. She could have come to check for me.
Oh, you were threatened before, so you were fearing that.
Yeah, so I had to vacate from there to another place at Nakuru.
Okay. So you actually had to vacate because of her and her men?
Yeah. And her
Because you
men.
had been threatened by one of her men?
Yeah. After 2 months, she got sick. And she was admitted at hospital. Being admitted at hospital, it was the worst moment. I have seen her posted at Facebook. She is sick.
You only saw her on Facebook? Or
Yeah.
by that time you were not talking?
We were not talking. I had changed everything for me not to have that conversation. So kwa ile mapenzi, mapenzi ni kikohozi ya japo yazuiliki.
You remembered the first love that you had for her.
So I had to go and check on her and on her health.
Wow, that's a good thing.
I remember she was in room number 2 or 3, Kenyatta. My wife, she was my wife to be. She was there, sleeping, being admitted because of she had done abortion.
What, she had aborted in a wrong way?
In a long way. So she bleeded. Yani alibleed vibaya sana. In a point, she had to be added the blood. Apewe damu, aongeze. So, and she had a lot of diseases, other diseases affecting her. So she had to be admitted there.
So her health was so bad?
And her health deteriorated very bad, very, very, very bad. So we had to walk there to be visiting her. We had to talk, we used to talk. And for the first love, we'll come back together and start telling her that I love her and she is my everything.
Now, okay, I can imagine she was still apologizing on this bed.
Yeah, you can't question her for what she has been doing. But I had to ask her questions when she was there, and she was saying, I did this because of money. I did this to make it happen. I did this to cater for you. I did this because my mom didn't take care of me, because my mom thought that money can take care of me. My mom didn't give me the parental guidance as a girl.
So she's actually blaming the mom for her mystery behaviors and everything?
Yeah, she started blaming even her dad, everyone in the family, because she was the last born, and she was treated like a queen.
In a family of?
3, 2 boys and 1 girl.
Okay. Oh, she was the only girl?
She was the only girl. And she was the queen in that family.
Okay.
That is why I used to call her my queen. Because she has everything, and she has even the most precious thing she had, it's money. So she has started questioning her parent. Even her mom was there sitting down, saying that, Mom, were it not for you, I couldn't have reached here. Were it not for you even asking me questions, sijalala kwa nyumba na hujaniuliza. So you entertained me.
So she felt like the mom was reckless on her?
Yeah.
That she did not ask questions, she was not strict on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And now how did the mom react? I can imagine a mom who the daughter feels like she's careless, she's not caring on her daughter.
She cared nothing. So she cared nothing. As you used to say in our language, gima yuma mutwine. So she was following the steps of her mom.
Following the steps of her mom?
Yeah, she could even tell mom, you introduced me to the priest, you introduced me to this and what, this and this. So the mom introduced her to these things men, and to the life. So kwa mapenzi yake Mungu tukapendana.
So you went back together?
Tena sana.
Because you felt like her case, she's innocent.
Never.
It is the parents who are to blame for her situation right now. And she's maybe a good girl. You opted to sort for the good girl in her.
Yeah, and we come back to one another. Na tubedane kabisa.
And now this time you are earning.
I'm earning.
You are in a better place than.
She's not earning.
Okay, now you are earning. You are the man financially.
Now I'm the man. But I couldn't afford to do everything for her.
Okay, yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, I couldn't afford to to give her shopping. I couldn't afford.
And actually, you left your job to be far away from her.
From her. Now we have started dating. And this time now, we are more than serious, both of us.
Okay.
She truly loves me. I can remember how she used to love me.
You feel better than.
She was good. So we started dating, and we started walking this journey. Now I'm the one who is taking her to date.
You are taking care of her.
Yeah. It was our first time I took her to Chaka Lunch.
Wow, it's a good place.
Yeah, we had gone there, we watch, we stay there, we have fun together, we talk, we resolve everything, and we see the way forward, and the future, build that, and the future plans that we had. So we walked the journey of two
lovebirds who have gone through ups and downs. I can imagine the tantrums.
Yeah, 3 good weeks, and she got well.
So she was healed after all this.
She healed well, and she resumed back to her behavior.
She resumed
back to her
back to the Baba's kind of girl.
She was. They now started dating seriously with the priest. And remember, there was a lawyer, and they started dating seriously with the priest.
How serious was it? Was this serious dating with the priest?
She was kept in an apartment.
And where was she living before?
She was living in a Bugaro.
Wow. Okay.
Now she has been transferred from a Bugaro to an apartment. Nyumba iko na Wi-Fi, iko na kila kitu, na amenunua kila kitu. So the priest used to come. And the priest used to come, and me used to go.
So you are going on different terms, but you have to book appointments.
Yeah, you have to book appointments when you're going.
So, and how did you come to know that the priest was still going to that house?
Bahati the priest met me one day. That is why when I escaped death in my first place.
He met you in the house?
Most of the priests in Kenya, or not in Kenya or in Africa, they are Sayyidis, if you are not aware.
Okay.
So he came. I remember you were watching around 8 p.m. And you are watching a 45 inches TV. Now you are not the one who have bought it, and you have seated down there watching it. And in your mindset, being a man, you are functioning well.
So what are you thinking at this point, based that she was unhealthy and her parents could not provide that kind of house for her?
You know, I was saying
so what were you thinking?
That is where I started saying she was a witch. Because there is no way.
Does witchcraft exist?
Yeah, they exist. Because she was one of them.
She was a witch.
You know, I have not purchased anything in that house. I'm sitting well. Nasema nibrediwe juice naletewa. Na sijanunua kitu. Yeah?
But everything is
catered there. It's catered for. So maybe what I'm doing, I'm just using fare from Nakuru, where I was teaching, to come every Friday. I remember my lessons were adding up at 3:10. So by 7, I'll be at Nairobi.
Wow.
By 8, I'll be at
Thika.
So this Friday, priest kumbe hakuwa na masi ya usiku. So
she had your schedules in her hand. She knew the priest has mass, and you have finished your classes.
So he came. Actually, he came at 8 p.m.
At night.
At night. After immediately I arrived. A few minutes, then he came.
You were inside the house?
Yeah, I was inside the house. Actually, we were taking supper.
Wow, okay.
So I had a knock from the door. She had to go and open. I saw her, she has changed and saying karibu. And remember the priest, I had seen him earlier.
Yeah, you had met him.
So I was praying for heaven to come and take me.
Okay.
So he was told, this is my cousin. He teaches at Nakuru. He had come to see me. He was told that I was sick. Oh, okay. Pleasure to meet you. I'm so and so.
The first time you were introduced as a brother.
As a brother.
Now this time you are a cousin. And you are actually in a house.
There were 2 priests, if you are not aware.
They were two priests
Two priests
with the same woman.
with the same woman.
You are familiar with the two priests?
The worst thing, he was from our parish. So
From-
this priest that has come at night, he knows me well.
So this one, okay, the first one did not know you, but
Yeah.
you knew him. But this second one, you are
Knows-
both familiar with each other.
Knows me well. Not being familiar, I used to serve mass with him,
What?
being as an altar boy, you know, when I was
Yeah,
young. So
yeah.
I know this gentleman well.
And he knows you too.
He knows me very well, and we are friends. So the moment he was told that he is my cousin, so he was just doing yes.
Does the girl know that?
No, she doesn't know anything.
So she's just lying to people who.
Yeah. So the priest,
And how was his reaction?
the priest,
Yes.
most of men, including myself, we don't see anything big. So we are just quiet. We ate the supper together, and the priest said that he won't sleep. He had come to see him. Bearing in mind, he had not come to see him. He had come to his house.
To his, though, so
House.
that was their house, the
Their
both
house.
of them.
Their
But
house.
since he knows you, then he had
He
to
can't,
leave
yeah.
because he knows you are not cousins.
Yeah, you are not cousins, and he knows. So, and he had to
It's
go.
actually shameful for him.
Then, the following day, the priest had called me and told me if I dare to hear anyone talking about where we were with you yesterday night, I'll kill you.
Now you have 3 people threatening you
Threatening me because of a lady. So I had to
because
make up
of
my
a
mind.
woman that you are on and off with her, on and off with her.
On and off, on and off. She's asking for forgiveness, so you can do everything to forgive her.
Now, what about that time? How did you take it? How did you two have a conversation? Basing that this time you're working, you don't have to depend on
Yeah.
her for fare.
Yeah, I was a man now, and I had money. Actually, I had 6,000 at my pocket, so I had a lot of joto mingi sana kwa mwili, so I had to talk.
You can now ask her questions.
I can big my chest.
But
talking.
why didn't you beat your chest in front of the priest?
No,
You didn't want that man-to-man fight. You wanted,
I wanted
me
just-
and my lady.
yeah, to hear how, and how it has been going. So I had to ask her questions. Do you remember you have been admitted because of this and this? You have been working this and this. Do you want me to die because of ulcers and depression? He started crying. The moment she started crying, I don't know why, she started saying my stomach is aching. For me to stop making noise for her. So we slept that night. I forgave her.
You actually slept in the same house again.
Yeah.
In a house that you know that it's the priest who is.
Love is blind, Maggie.
Hey, is that,
Love-
this love is so blind.
Love
In
is
fact,
blind.
This one is very blind. If there is anything to
So
add
after
on
2
blindness.
weeks, her health deteriorated again. And she was taken to hospital.
Now what was she suffering from? And weren't you scared of all this?
Okay, by then we were dating. Sorry to say so, but we slept with her twice.
From the first time up.
From the first time we started dating.
Okay, that's a good thing. They say love is not for sex.
Yeah, that is why I believed in. And I believed in doing wedding, a wedding in a church.
Okay, you wanted to,
Wed-
and as you had said, she's also a church girl.
She's a
She
church girl.
wanted a wedding.
A wedding.
She wanted to walk down the aisle with you.
And the girl really didn't know that she was to go. So she got sick, and it was on 20th December 2020 at 8 p.m. God called her to rest.
What? So this time that she ailed, you were together,
Yeah,
and then she was admitted. That's when she passed on.
she passed on.
Wow, so sad. So you didn't
After
break
going
up?
through all the difficulties in that relationship, and being my first relationship, that is what it ends up with.
Wow, So, wow, it must have been so difficult for
It
you.
was difficult, not must. It was difficult to cope up with. My life was full of tears. By the I used to love her. Even today, I love her.
You still love her?
I still have her.
So you would have still forgiven her,
I
even after?
I would still have forgiven her because it was my first love.
Uh-huh.
So we walked with her. Now you were talking with her yesterday. Now she is dead.
And she actually ailed when you were together?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was the most difficult thing that I've ever seen or experienced in life.
Oh, I can imagine.
Going through all the things that had gone through, then the girl died
Died. Uh-huh.
at an age of 22.
Wow.
May her soul continue resting in peace.
Amen. So what was the reaction of the parents of these other Wababas and
They were
everything?
okay. You couldn't see any Wababa there. Even the priest couldn't afford to come for her burial. No one came for her burial. No one sent anything to cater for the burial preparation.
So
was
you
the
are the
parent.
only man who had sojourned with her in all the journey, and you are still the one who was there up to the end.
Even the villagers knew I was the only man who was there. But deep down in my thoughts, I knew what was happening, what I was going through, but I couldn't share with anyone.
You're the only one they knew as her man,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they actually understood what you were going through, but you were going through more
More than I expect. What do you say?
than what they saw.
Yeah. So she died, and we had to cater for everything. Remember, I was employed, so my friends from where I was teaching, they had to brought me because it's my fiancé.
Yeah, it was your fiancé.
So it was not a good moment for me. It was the hardest time in life up to date.
So you've never even moved on from it.
You must move on because you can't keep mourning.
Yeah, true.
You can't keep mourning. You must move away from the graveside and you start another life.
Yeah. So how do you feel right now that she's gone? Do you feel like a burden was taken from you? Or do you feel like she would have been a better person and she would have actually been the happiness in your life?
No, I disagree with you. She was not my happiness. She was my death. The reason is why I say that she was my death. It's because she behaved like an angel. Huh? She always appreciated everything. How kindly forgive me, you know what, how I love you. And sijui what, blah, 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 blah. That was the only nonsense she could afford saying.
So in as much as you're sad that you lost her, because no one wishes anyone for death, even your worst enemy, but you feel like you lost someone in your life.
Yeah, I lost someone in my life. Up to date, I feel it that she gone. Even if I moved on with another girl, I still have that purchase of love because it was the first love.
Yeah, she was your first love.
Being
People
the
don't
first
forget
love,
their first
being the
love.
first love, you must be feeling something. There is something that you don't have.
So actually, this is a story of a not really a breakup, but a tantrum kind of relationship, and one that has been tough, as you have heard. The journey was long, and she actually passed on. But okay, you're better now. You've moved on with another girl.
Yeah, I just moved on the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to hear, and that's a very sad story. So how were the parents taking that? They expected you to marry her, or did they just cut off their communication and everything?
No, me myself, I decided to cut off the communication because there is nothing that we are doing with the parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, you can't go to. I used to go and to visit them. I was there late February. I was there to go and see the mother-in-law and to see the grave of my
Your
darling.
fiancé,
Yeah, my darling. I used to call her Queen Darling
darling, yeah.
because she was the best by then.
You felt like she was the best in your life?
Yeah, she was. Yes, she was because at some point, she was behaving like an angel. On the other side, she was a devil walking.
Yeah. She had the good side and the bad side,
Yeah.
and you had enjoyed both. Do we call it enjoying? You had faced both
You
of
know,
her
you know,
sides.
you can say I was enjoying, but I was suffering.
You were enjoying and yet suffering
Yeah.
behind the cameras.
Behind the cameras, I was suffering because, you know, you are getting money because of your family. You're not getting money to sustain yourself. You are getting money because of the family.
But you still wish that she would have been a better person that you would have married.
No, it was good, but it was good if she had nothing, we start life together.
Oh, okay. So you were actually ready to start a life with her.
Yeah.
So now the girl, I'm a person,
Yeah.
and now you're here. She was actually your fiance, not just anyone you are dating. It's someone who has made you go through stuff, who has made you even contract some STIs and things. So yeah, it was a tough journey for you. So how did you move on from that?
One thing you don't heal at once.
True.
You can't wake up and you say you have healed. Eh? There are steps that you need to take. You need to visit those counselors to talk to you.
Wow, you visited a counselor?
Yeah, to talk to you. To tell you there is life after death. There is life after love. Because you think that person, you are intimate. Eh?
Yeah.
You used to love one another and she is gone. You think that life will move on. Or will not move on. At a time, I used to think that I can hang myself.
Wow, you even thought
committing suicide.
suicide.
Yeah, just because she is not there. She was my boss. She was my financer. She was my everything. She was my antidote. And now she has gone. How can I heal from depression and ulcers? Yes, I'm taking medicine, but for you to heal, you must accept.
Yeah, you must accept.
Acceptance is the key to everything.
It starts with acceptance.
Myself, me as Manu, Wanjoki, I had to accept that she is not there and she'll never come back again. She has gone for a journey that me myself, I'll meet her, but she can't meet her. But the spirit is here. That is when I realized that I was not sick depression, and I was sick.
It was not depression, it was depression.
Yeah, because I had not accepted who I am. For you to heal, you must accept. I accepted that she's gone, and she has gone forever, and she will never come back. That is when I started healing.
Okay.
You can be taking a lot of medicine, but if you have not accepted, you can't heal.
Okay.
So healing in anything is acceptance. And you be prayerful. You involve God in everything. You know, at some point, if I can recall back, I was not praying. Because if you are praying to get money, and she's providing everything.
So you feel like
you have everything.
You have everything.
Yeah,
because
she was my small
money.
God there. But when I accepted that she is not everything, that I have the Creator in heaven, who is the Creator of heaven and earth, and who provides breath of everyone, that is when I decided to move on.
So what was your biggest source of strength during this time that you are healing?
Prayer. I used to visit my pastor. I used to visit counselor. And I used to talk to people to share out that thing for it to come out. And you can't go to share it with everyone. You share out with mature people so that you can know what to do and what to go on. So I found myself, I've coped up with the situation. Nimeanza kuona. I've started seeing things working now. I've started seeing things trading well.
In a brighter way
than how it was before. So the key thing is acceptance, and you look for someone. Look for psychologists, look for pastors. There are those who are good. Not like those priests. Even there are priests who are good.
Yeah.
So look for them, talk to them, share with them. And the thing you will heal. That is the first thing of healing.
Yeah. I understand that in as much as there is a priest involved in this story, we know that there are workers, there are politicians who are corrupt, there are people who are very good as much as politics is concerned. So in the same way in the church, they are not people from the heaven. There are actually people like us, so there are priests who are bad and okay, they behave badly, and there are priests who are good and they can guide you. So the priests and the counselors, they were some source of your strength.
They were my strength.
And talking to your friends.
Yeah, and talking to my friends. Remember, the priest made me to go through this, and he is now my strength.
Yeah, you have another one who is now helping you go through the situations.
Yeah, which is very hard.
Okay.
But acceptance is the first thing of healing.
So you had to accept that. Actually, my home is like this, and I don't have to take it from someone that I have to be in a house that is rented by a woman or anything. You needed to accept yourself and accept that your fiance, your financial manager for saying that she's now gone, you know?
Yeah, she's now gone. You can't go. You know, it's better you sleep in a mat other than sleeping in a bed in a high density mattress of 9,000 crying. But you sleep in a gunia,
very peaceful.
Very peaceful, with nothing in your mind.
Yeah.
Eating ugali with sugar cane. And you sleep well. Other than
it is better to trust the process.
You trust the process. Accept where you come from. And accept yourself. You'll heal in everything.
So he has actually said it all. You need to accept yourself. And we are talking about a man right now, and there are women who are going through stuff just because a man is providing for you. You need to know that, as he has said, you need to trust the process. Nobody is born with money. Nobody is born in money. And actually, money is not something enough to let you lower your dignity for someone. So that has been us. That has been my friend here, Emmanuel, and thank you for coming.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yes.
And I hope this has been part of your healing. And healing for someone who cannot come here on stage to talk to us. Actually, I've heard his story. So I hope if you're going through this kind of thing, please stop and please have a turning point. Let it not get that bad. It's not a must for it to go to that situation where you're getting STIs and where you're feeling like you have low self-esteem because of things that you're going through. So, yeah, that has been us, Sound Breeze TV. Follow us, as I said earlier, on all social media platforms. We are there on Facebook. We are on YouTube. Please subscribe. We are on Instagram. And TikTok, everywhere. Please follow us and subscribe to our channel. We love you and goodbye. It has been Margaret Muthoni and Emmanuel. Thank you.